What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. And today I just wanted to walk you through my most recent webinar and walk you through how I structured it and just overall how I really enjoyed the process because I had a kind of a set structure I knew I wanted to follow. And as I was going through it, I could see myself ticking those boxes like I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And then by the end, people were really enjoying it. They found a lot of value in it. And I was also able to sell the product that I was trying to sell. And that ultimately is the purpose of a webinar. But when you can interact with your people and deliver them true value, that obviously is really important as well. So let me just walk you through this webinar here. By the way, I did this on Kajabi. You definitely don't need to use Kajabi to run webinars for sure. There are dedicated platforms, but if you do use Kajabi, then webinars and workshops come included with your plan, and it's really easy to run. But that being said, let me just walk you through how I did this. So you can see I hit the 2 hour mark here, and it just passed by so quickly in a flash. But the way I started was I wanted to make sure I welcomed everyone. I was using StreamYard, so I was able to see their comments and I could pull them up. But I spent the first couple of minutes basically welcoming people and letting them know what the whole idea of the webinar was going to be about. So I was basically just saying, thanks so much for coming. If you can see this, let me know. So then I transitioned over to my slides, and I had prepared about an hour of teaching. So usually the way I like to think about it is be ready to share real value, anywhere between 1 to 3 big ideas that you want them to take away and be able to implement immediately into their niche, into their workflow. So I'm in the music niche. I teach composers how to write music and arrange music. So I wanted to teach them what I call the complete composer's framework, a 5-step framework that they can follow step by step to know exactly how to produce music from start to finish, right? So that was the main thing. So I basically said, my goal today is for you to know exactly how to do this. You'll learn the exact process I use, and then I'll give you a gift at the very end. So since they're live, I want to incentivize them to stick to the very end for a little gift. And then of course that will help them hear about my product as well, right? So then I do a little overview about my personal story. Like, I've always loved creating music, but I realized my orchestrations weren't up to scratch, so there's a bit of a learning point there. And then I decided to take my orchestrations more seriously, and because of that, I was able to work with these people. So there's a bit of a credibility marker here, and you can absolutely write incredible music yourself once you have those necessary skills. I'm just going to enlarge this a bit here. Then immediately I dive into the framework. So there's composing, production, orchestration, mixing, mastering, and releasing and publication. And then I literally spend the next hour doing hard teaching. I go through all my different slides, and every so often I'll also look down at the chat just to make sure that I'm answering questions every so often, because a big part of doing live stuff is interacting, like giving people attention while you're doing it live, answering those questions so they really know that you're engaging with them and they feel really excited, right? Because they get to talk to the person that they're there to see. So yeah, I basically have about an hour or so here of teaching. You can see I'm answering questions there, looking on my phone. And that's after that, I know I've delivered so much value, right? So at this point, I have no problem pitching. People who come to webinars nowadays, they probably know pitches are coming anyway, but that just gives you more incentive to give them really good stuff so that they know that the pitch is almost like a no-brainer. It's like you're just opening your hand, you're offering something to take their steps to the next level, their experiences, right? And you can do that with a pitch. So then here, I just say, here's the quick recap of the system. Has this been helpful to you? It would be really difficult to cover everything in an hour, but I have something really special to share with you, demonstrating my exact framework in real time so you can follow along every single step of the way. So the webinar itself was more conceptual. I only showed the slides, but what the bundle that I'm offering here is a combination of multiple courses that shows my step-by-step process every step of the way. And this literally is a complete education on how to produce, compose, mix and master orchestral music. So I walk through it, I go through step by step, I show every single thing that's inside, I stack the value, right? You can see what you're getting in this system. You're getting all this value for it values over $2,200. I share the alternatives, right? I compare it to music school. You pay tens and thousands of dollars per semester, hiring live orchestras that can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. But since you watch today, you'll get the entire system, the whole bundle, for a one-time payment of $497. So that's an 80% discount. And a lot of people knew that was very generous. And yeah, even the people who found the price a little bit high, like some people couldn't shell out $500 on a hobbyist niche, which I totally understand. but they were like, oh, I know that this is a great deal, but right now I just can't afford it myself. And then I kind of talked to them. I offered payment plans, things like that. To incentivize it even further, though, like to purchase this week, first of all, I was taking the offer away at the end of the week, so they could not purchase the bundle after the week. But I also gave them extra bonus courses if they joined me this week as well. So I have 2 bonus courses that I gave them. And then I just kind of recapped what they're getting. What do most people end up doing when they ignore things like this? Like they browse countless forums, they get overwhelmed, they watch so many YouTube videos, and they end up where they started, which is a terrible place to be, right? So I know that my product can be the solution for that. And then I answer the question of imposter syndrome. Can I really do this? Yes, I truly believe so. And then I leave the final page open so that they can purchase. They see the button underneath on the webinar page, and then they can purchase it there. And then, of course, I give them a little gift. So the pitching took about half an hour. So I taught for an hour, I pitched for half an hour, and then I spent the last half an hour just doing Q&A. So literally just delivering as much value as I can while live on the call. Would you recommend blah, blah, blah? I'm just answering these questions. And then some people were also asking about the product itself. Like, do I have lifetime access to this? When will I be able to access this? Blah, blah, blah. And I could answer those questions right away because most likely other people are asking those questions as well. So that was my entire webinar. I basically did Q&A all the way to the very end, wrapped it up, and that was it. So that was a full 2 hours. 1 hour of teaching, 30 minutes of pitch, and then 30 minutes of Q&A. Now, as an evergreen webinar, I took this recording, or actually, no, I did a separate recording of the same workshop, but I condensed it down into 1 hour in total. So I basically taught for about 40 minutes or so, I believe, and then I pitched for the last 20 minutes because there was no live component there, so I could condense it down really easily and not have to worry about answering questions, things like that. So just keep in mind that today webinars should be really time efficient. You don't want to drag things on because people literally don't have that much time, right? Or that's the excuse they give themselves anyway. But you want to keep it really engaging. You want to interact with them while you're live with them. And you just want to make it feel like they're really getting a lot of value. Even if they don't purchase your products, at least let them feel like they took some really solid advice and tips from your free training, the live webinar that you did. So that only builds goodwill. It allows you to build a more loyal fan base and audience. And that just leads to more customer loyalty in the future, right? They're more willing to buy your stuff. And it just rinses and repeats. And you can feel really good knowing that you contributed real value to the world, to your people. So that's just a little walkthrough of my webinar. I hope it made sense. I hope it was kind of helpful in case you're wondering about how to structure your webinars. And like I mentioned, like I did this whole thing on Kajabi. Like I set up all the emails, all the different registration pages, the opt-in page, the thank you page, the confirmation page, right? The sales pages, all of that stuff was done on Kajabi. And it just made the whole process really, really simple. So if you're interested in trying Kajabi for yourself, for your online business, to do webinars like this or host your courses, your memberships, your email marketing, your website hosting, everything, then I can highly recommend it. And they usually give you a 14-day free trial on their website. But if you use my link down below, christophercu.com/Kajabi, then you can take advantage of an extended 30-day free trial, so more than double. And I'll give you 2 bonus mini courses as well. Kajabi in 30 days, which walks you through step-by-step how to set up your business in 30 days on Kajabi and start making money right away. And number 2 is called Content Marketing for Creatives, and that will walk you through how you can put out free content into the world and then monetize it on the back end through your courses and memberships, like I'm doing for my business, scaling my income and earning back my time, which is always a fun thing. So I want to help you with that as well. And you'll get those both absolutely free as a thank you for using my affiliate link below, christophercu.com/Kajabi. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next video. I'll see you very, very soon, and take care. Bye-bye.